So who are you?
I am Jacqueline Chavez, a senior sociology major here at the College of St. Benedict. I am a daughter of immigrants. I am Salvadorian American. I am a female, and I am a first-gen student.
I am Aurelie de Rosas Lazaro. I'm a first-generation college student. I am from a family of 5. Both my parents are immigrants. I am a Latina. I am a feminist. I am here, I suppose, in the College of St. Benedict, and couldn't be happier to be here.
My name is Diana Rodriguez. I am a sophomore. I'm a political science pre-law major. I am Mexican American and first gen.
I'm Henry DePello. I am a first-year freshman, class of 2028. I am a computer science major. Parents are from Nigeria, so that makes me Nigerian. Born in Texas, not from Minnesota.
I am Christy Tao. I'm a sophomore here at St. Benedict. I'm currently majoring in psychology. I'm a first gen and I'm Hmong American.
My name is Stacy. I'm a communication major. I was about to say minor, I don't have any. But I am a communication major. I'm a current senior, graduating in December. I'm a first generation Latina from Chicago, so I'm an out-of-state student. Yeah, all the way to Minnesota, so yeah.
And what is one piece of advice you'd give your past self?
Ooh, I think don't give up in exploring. A lot that I did the last couple years, but as well as like I wish I did more, was explore different areas, mainly in my work award that allowed me to do that, where I got paid to get on-campus job experience, but also part of me is like wishes I studied abroad. So like continue exploring, like not only like in the fact that I even went away from home, going here was an exploration itself, but I wish I would have done an out of like country type of exploration. But definitely that's something that I would tell my first year self again.
I would tell myself to be patient and that everything will be okay, because I feel like every time something goes bad, like the world is just gonna crumble apart. But at the end of the day, like everything always falls into places, so.
To not take life so seriously. I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in the moment, to stress over things that you cannot control. And I feel like the biggest piece of advice is to tell my younger self to let that go and take life as it is.
Believe in the people that trust you. Believe that people have your best interest at heart, and really take advantage of every opportunity that you are given, because it is so powerful that you are even here to begin with.
One piece of advice I would give my past self is just to be who you are. So easy to try to fit in, but just remember who you are, remember where you come from.
And what encouraged you to attend college?
What encouraged me to attend college was my family and just making something for myself. I wanted something more, anything that my family could not give, unfortunately, or like did not have the opportunity to do. So I decided to take advantage of all the opportunities that I have here and pursue my career.
My parents' struggle and determination to get me and my sisters to where we are today, and their never-ending love and encouragement to continue on with education, because it's always been so important. Neither of them graduated high school, so that was always super important for us to continue on with our education.
My parents, they gave up everything for me to be here, and I feel like the only thing that I can do is make a better future for myself and give back to them everything that they gave to me.
It's not really like I had a choice. Parents, I'd say parents, family, all the above. Because I know, one, I didn't really have a choice from my parents already. They were going to strong-arm me into it. But I know if I said no, well, like I didn't really have anything in mind after like high school besides college, because I was like, I want to get into computer science to do other things, right, with like a computer science degree. What else would I like to do? And I kind of just couldn't figure out anything. I was like, you know what? I think college is the best path for me because I could go into the workforce, but then like, would I really do anything? Like, do I really feel like that would fulfill, like I'd fulfill anything? No, I just feel like I think college is the best path.
I think it's mainly that I'm more exposed to other people. Don't get me wrong, like Chicago's pretty diverse itself, and there's so many like different mindsets and experiences. But I've never lived in urban or suburban areas before. I literally only lived in the city my whole life, like because I live near the downtown area, like it's like 12 minutes away, and it was something new that I wanted to experience for sure, and I knew it was going to be different, and mainly because I knew that's kind of how the world was going to look like in a sense. I often describe college to be like the little mini version of how the big world is going to be. So being exposed to different new ideas, but as well as like challenges, especially being a Latina on a predominantly white institution, and on top of that being first generation. So walking in and not knowing what I just walked myself into was something completely new and experience-wise that I would have not been able to do back in Chicago, where it was going to be like, well, it's Chicago, like I'm still nearby home. I can just go to my neighborhood where everybody like literally talks like me, looks like me. But instead I'm here where I can experience different cultures, different languages, different ethnicities, but also different mindsets in general. A lot of my classes, especially through communication, I was able to understand others, especially my own peers, in a different level that I wouldn't have been able to do only in conversations or only in passing or only in social media in general. So that's why I came here to college now.
What is one piece of advice you would give to your future first generation students?
I guess don't give up. I think, and it seems like pretty basic, but in all seriousness, like being first generation, it's so hard to feel like you want to give up like all the time. And it's a feeling that you can't deny, and you can't say like, oh, I've never experienced it, like, because eventually you will. If you haven't experienced it yet, you're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like everything's gonna get so hard, things can get overwhelming, and especially that can be because as first generation, we really much try to take everything and do everything right away, because we're so ambitious. And I feel like that's something that's a common characteristic with all first generation students, is that we're very ambitious to do a lot of things, but we don't have to give up to go through those things, but also like not give up on ourselves. Like there's an idea of having to do everything, but you forget about yourself in that portion too. And I feel like there's different perspectives with the don't give up idea. And it's something that personally I would say I have experienced, so I'm not going to say that's something like, oh, I'm being hypocritical in the situation. I'm reminded of like, I can't give up right now. I've worked so hard where I am, but this is for me. Regardless of where you're at, this is for yourself and not for everybody else around you. It's great to have those people, but they're support people. At the end of the day, all you do here is for yourself and for your future. It will affect others, and that's a great part about college, is that that's kind of the point where you do work that will eventually kind of spread out, and you'll get to see the fruits of your work, but you can't do that if you're not focused on yourself to not give up on that.
Don't get too flustered. I know it's very easy to kind of get overwhelmed by everything. And if you let yourself get overwhelmed, you're gonna sit there and you're not gonna be able to get out of that like trench for a while. Then by the time you get out of the trench, half the year's already gone and you only got like a couple more weeks to do everything. So I think that's that first semester trench that you find yourself in, and then you kind of have to be able to adjust.
As a mentor, seeing people grow is so amazing and so great, and to see the uncertainty and all the questions that they had at the beginning of your first year, reminding yourself that you did grow, from first year to sophomore year, you grew. You aren't asking those questions anymore. You aren't unsure where your next class is at. Remind yourself of how much you've grown and where you've come from, and never forget that.
College is one of the best experiences you'll ever have, but never forget why you're here. Higher education matters, and being here is a really big privilege. But at the end of the day, also don't get too focused on just your studies. Live life, live in the moment, make friends, have fun, and just take it easy.
And is there anything else you'd want to add?
It's never that serious.
Try to be yourself.
Viva la cultura.
Échale ganas, mija, porque tú puedes. Síguele.